Hello, guys. My name is Badra. I am a GSP affiliate member. I've done previous recordings, which tend to do on a regular basis, basically taking you through my experience in terms of the certificates and the rewards I receive. The 8 certificates, as you can see, and these certificates are managed by BD Swiss. They are available on our blockchain. And BD Swiss is a company that is regarded as the world's top 10 brokerage company in the world. They do close to $1 trillion of trade volumes a year. They have 2 million, over 2 million registered users. They're fully licensed and regulated. So I feel fairly comfortable that my money is managed by BD Swiss. So these certificates, as you can see, they range from 250 USDT to 100,000. And once you purchase these certificates, it gets activated once you load these certificates. And the load of these certificates for the Artemis, for example, which is the cheapest one, will cost you another 250. The Hermes, in order to purchase it, as I mentioned, is 1,000, and to load it will cost you another 1,000. So effectively, it will cost you 2,000 out of pocket to purchase this Hermes. So what do I get for this Hermes certificate? This is just a brief summary of the Hermes certificate. Immediately once I load the certificate, which will cost me 1,000 USDT, it will activate a bonus of 4,500. And this 4,500 is distributed to the Meta mining bonuses and the Meta trade bonuses and the Meta portfolio bonus. Excuse me. The Meta mining bonus and the Meta trade bonus, I'm not going to talk about that right now. What I do want to talk about is the Meta portfolio bonus of 1,125. And this 1,125 USDT is added to the max load. So in other words, my max load is actually 2,125 USDT, of which I earn a reward of 6% monthly on the load of 1,000 plus the 1,125. So I earn 6% monthly, and that gets paid to me every quarter. So in other words, every 3 months, I get 18% on 2,125. In addition to that, I also earn 4.15% on the price of the certificate. So the price of this certificate is 1,000. I earn 4.15%. Now, bear in mind the contract period for this, in fact, for all these 8 certificates, is 18 months, right? So after 18 months, these certificates expire. But during this 18 months, and once you activate it, you earn all these rewards of 4.15% and 20 and an additional 6% monthly, which is paid to you quarter. I just want to take you briefly into the Hermes certificate that I purchased, and this was purchased on the 7th of September. Yes, on the 7th of September. Let me just kind of, yeah. So I'll purchase my certificate on the 7th of September, and on the 14th, which was 7 days later, I immediately received, let's call it 41.5 USDT. And then on the 21st, I received another 41.50 on the 28th, and then on the 6th. Today is the 13th, and as you can see, it tells me that I have in 41.15 USDT, which is available for me on which is today, being the 13th of October. Now I have two options. I can either withdraw it, and once I withdraw this reward of 41.50, it takes it directly to my wallet. If I were to compound it, what it does, it adds this to the load amount of 1,000. Now my strategy is merely to compound it, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. So let me compound this, and as you can see, I've successfully compounded the Hermes portfolio certificate. And the reason why I compound it is to get me a better return once the 18 months is over. Now, it is being compounded, so let me just refresh this, and as it was 11.45, and now it is now 117.19, and this is made up of, as I mentioned, the 1,000 USDT, that's just to load it, and also the bonus which I get is 1125, and now all these various amounts that I have compounded. Now, interesting enough, notice that on the 13th, which is today, I received 47.42 USDT, which is slightly more than what I expected, which was 41.50, which is 4.15%. So I'm happy. As mentioned, sometimes it can be less, sometimes it can be more. In this case, it was 47. So I'm not complaining at all. Now, assuming that you wanting to withdraw this on a weekly basis, what I want to do is merely just show you a snapshot of what would happen, or how much I would have withdrawn if that is my strategy, withdraw on a weekly basis, how much I would have withdrawn over the 18-month period. Now before I do that, and I just want to sort of mention a disclaimer, and I think it's important that I mention this, just to say that this presentation is exclusive purpose of educating the community members and use of products, services, and potential reward programs found on the GSP Global platform. We also every effort has been made to represent the GS Partners Rewards Plan and its income potential, and all these earnings and income examples depend solely on the ideas, techniques, knowledge, skills, time invested into your independent business. GSP Partners does not guarantee any results for any decisions you make in relation to promoting your products. All income results used by GSP is not to be considered average income. We are not financial advisors. We are not offering financial advice. Okay, so that's just something that you keep note of. So this is again, this is the Hermes certificate that, as I mentioned, as the one I've showed you that I purchased. There are two parts to it. The price of the certificate, as I mentioned or showed you in that cost me 1,000 USDT, and to load it will cost me another 1,000. Now, assuming my strategy is to withdraw this, remember I've got two options. I can either compound it on a weekly basis, or I can withdraw. Now, assuming I withdraw this on a weekly basis, it cost me 2,000 USDT. Now, if I were to withdraw it on an average of, let's say, 4.15%. Today, as you can see, I received slightly more than that, which is great. And the contract period is for 18 months. So for 18 months, there's 78 weeks, right? And I assume at 4.15% on the 1,000, which is the price of the certificate, comes to 3,237. That is what I would have withdrawn over the 18 months. All right. And that's just on the weekly reward. So I would have withdrawn 3,237 USDT on average. In addition to that, the quarterly reward which I get, and again, being conservative, which is market related, is about 6% a month. So it gets paid to me every quarter. So work on 18% as a conservative. Depending on the market, if the market is doing well, it can go up to, based on the previous on BD Swiss previous track records, they range between 18 and 27. But assuming let's work on a conservative amount of let's say 18% every 3 months. Again, this 18% is based on the 1,000, which is the 1,000 that is to load the Hermes certificate. And remember, I get the bonus of 1125. Right now, again, note the bonus that we're getting is going to be reduced from the 1st of November. So assuming I buy the certificate before the 1st of November, I get 1125 plus the 1,000, right? And that comes to 2,125. I get 18% on the bonus as well as the load certificate, which on 80% of 2,125 comes to 382. I get paid this every 3 months. Again, every quarter, and there are how many quarters there are in 18 months? There are 6 quarters in 18 months. So effectively, it's 382 times 6. I get 2,290 USDT on that. So I would have withdrawn an additional, apart from the 3,237, I would have withdrawn an additional 2,292 USDT from this. just drawing on a weekly basis, and every quarter I would draw it again. So the total amount that I would have received after 18 months is the 3,237, which is this amount here, which I would have withdrawn. In addition to that, I would have also received 2,292, which I've withdrawn over the 18-month period. At the end of the 18 months, once the 18 months has elapsed, guess what? I get my 1,000 USDT back, and I get back my bonus of 1,125. So if I were to add up all the amounts that I withdraw and how much I get after 18 months, I effectively got 7,654 USDT. And what did it cost me? 2,000 USDT. So this tells me that this is an exceptional certificate, and all the other certificates that I've showed you, the other 8, obviously is on the same process, except the cheapest one, the Artemis, which costs 250 plus 250 to load it. The bonuses, there's no bonuses involved in that certificate, but all the other certificates have bonuses, and as you know, it's going to be reduced. So that is really a real the snapshot of a typical certificate. In this case, the Hermes, if you were to withdraw it, and how much you would have received effectively after over the 18 months period. Next week, what I'm going to do is do something where I use the compounding strategy. I'm currently compounding, as you know. So what would I receive, and based on the compound calculator, what I would receive after 18 months if I were to compound it on a regular basis. Well, that's all from me. Thanks, guys, and I will see you next week again. Cheers. Bye-bye. Thanks for listening. Bye.